Welcome to John the Chef's first YouTube cooking video. Today what we're going to be making for you is authentic chicken korma. I'm sure some people look on from India and other parts who have been doing it all their life and think, wow, that's not authentic. Well, I think it is. It's full of goodness, and what we're going to be using is roughly 8 chicken breasts, a couple of green chilies, about 3 finely chopped onions, 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste, about 1 tablespoon or just under a tablespoon of black mustard seeds. We have 1 tin of coconut milk, and we have a teaspoon of salt, just under a teaspoon of turmeric, teaspoon of red hot chili pepper, that is optional. We have a teaspoon and a half of coriander powder and a teaspoon and a half of garam masala. Let's get started. Down here very simply is we're going to be frying off the onions, reducing them. After about 15 minutes we're going to add the ginger garlic paste. Little hint when you're cooking, when you're frying onions, is to add a bit of salt into the pan, and that helps the onions reduce quicker. Over here, once we reduce the onions and cook the ginger garlic paste, we're going to start adding some of these spices, and then reducing the onions is very important when you're cooking Indian cuisine. There's a real natural sweetness to the onions. It should come through in the flavour of your dish. And a lot of Indian cooking is onions and ginger garlic paste. That's the staple of a lot of what we know as the curry dishes. Just need to keep cooking this now. Ginger garlic paste. In. You can see we have beautiful onions reduced there. We've got also the green chilies in there as well. And what we're going to add now are whole spices. So what we've just added is the whole spices, and we will just cook them for about 2.5 minutes. As I said, guys, I'm going to cook these spices for about 2.5 minutes, and what you have to really remember, a couple of minutes with the spices, that you really don't want to burn them. If you burn them, you're going to get a bit of a bitter taste, and it's going to affect the taste of your overall korma, and you don't want to do that. So let them cook away. In goes the coconut milk. And you've got to turn your heat down to medium. And I should have said that when you're cooking this stuff, it shouldn't be blasting hot. You don't want to burn the onions if it's blasting hot, and you don't want to have it too low either. So just about medium's fine. So as you can see, the sauce is starting to thicken and has reached temperature. And what we're going to do is we're going to add the chicken breast. Now, when you add chicken breast can cook 13 to 15 minutes. We're going to cook it longer than that. When you add chicken, water comes out of the chicken, and so we're going to cover the dish because we want that water to go back into the dish to help thicken the sauce, and that's the idea. So we just mix that lovely coconut milk with all those spices and the onions and the ginger garlic paste and the green chilies. Give that a good mix. The heat is turned to medium, and what we'll do now is very simply cover it. So as you can see, just take the lid off there, that's actually coming on quite nice, and what we'll do is we'll continue to cook that, and near the end we will reduce that water as the sauce thickens, the sauce will thicken. Looking good. There's nothing worse than sitting down eating a lovely meal and your place is a mess. So the golden rule is clean as you go. One thing I forgot to tell you was to add some lemon juice, okay? You can use real lemon juice or this synthetic lemon juice is just as good. A couple of big tablespoons there. Now very, very important that you don't overdo it with the lemon juice because it will taste, it will affect the taste of the dish if you go crazy with it. And for the rice, we're going to use basmati tilda rice, which is right here. Top quality brand of rice. You don't have to use that, there is great qualities I'm sure you can get in your neighbourhood. For me, I'm just going to use maybe 4 or 5 cups about this size in a very large pot here. And what you have to do with basmati really is you have to cover it with water, and the reason for that is to de-starch it. It's one of the only rices that you have to really de-starch. So cover it in cold water for about 30 minutes, 25 minutes, leave it, and then rinse it, and you will have lovely tasting rice. And we're almost at the end of the cooking time, so we're just going to add in some black mustard seeds. Now I've been reducing this sauce for the last 25-30 minutes, and as you can see it's nice and thick and ready to go. I'm quite happy with that. Now some of you will notice that there's no bones in there, it's only chicken breast, and that's good mother. Kids don't like the bones. So we'll have a look at that in 5. So here we have it, authentic, as authentic as it can get, Indian chicken korma. Served with beautiful basmati rice and a sprinkling of cashew nuts if you desire that.